Okay, this is going to be another Torah lesson, all right? Okay, so um, I want to introduce you to my version of the Torah. This is a cheap copy I got in the months before I can buy a proper sort of Orthodox Jewish Bible, which I have bookmarked somewhere in one of my internet browsers. On page 468 of this text, there's the verse, I think, Numbers 25:4 or Numbers 26:4. I can't really tell. So the verse reads, "The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Phinehas, son of Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, has turned back my wrath from the Israelites by displaying among them his passion for me, so that I did not wipe out the Israelite people in my passion. Say therefore, I grant him my pact of friendship. It shall be for him and his descendants after him a pact of priesthood for all time, because he took impassioned action for his God, thus making expiation for the Israelites." So, the other day when I was at work, there was a gentleman who, I don't know, you could say he's kind of differently abled. And I was purchasing an item to consume at some point, and this gentleman spoke to one of our coworkers who I guess had orange juice or something, and he said, "Make sure you don't mix your orange juice with lighter fluid and then drink it." So that made everybody laugh. I may be getting his exact words wrong, but basically, I recognize that somebody like him may not necessarily be the best for the financial profits of a company, but people like that naturally and instinctively just lighten the mood, and they create a wonderful atmosphere of just I don't know, it's like this natural affection you have for someone who seems to be incapable of certain kinds of duplicitousness, okay? You just naturally feel a warmth toward that person, like they're a kitten or something. You just want to make sure they never suffer. So, I guess this is to say that, you know, there's a story of one particular Lamed Vavnik that holds that, I guess it was near like the Baal Shem Tov, and he was cleaning outhouses, and he would dance wildly, and people were embarrassed for him, and they were embarrassed by him because of how enthusiastically he danced. And at some point, it was noted that when it was reported that one of these Vavniks was dwelling in a certain area, he was finally sniffed out after a long and exhausting investigation that yielded that he was kind of a special figure, despite the fact that he cleaned outhouses and would mainly dance for the sick after having been ostracized. So I think it was the Baal Shem Tov who famously was shedding tears and said, "That man alone was healthy amongst the sick, and I did not see him." Okay? So I guess this is to say that I mean, this could be like a really warped or strange way to approach this verse of the Torah, but I think a lot of people who are ostensibly unsuccessful or disabled or, whatever you want to call it, serve workplaces and communities through their quirks and their failures and flaws. So I know that within the community from which I hail, which is the Indian American community, there's a kind of very intense respect, maybe an overclocked respect for the hallmarks of material success. And I don't know whether there's something similar among Jewish Americans, but I would say that you can get so caught up in pursuing competitive feats and visible signs of achievement that you lose sight of the ways in which I guess people who are unassuming can hold up communities, obviously, and maybe serve God in a way that is deeply and intensely therapeutic and stabilizing to people around them, just to use a secular interpretation of what could be going on with, say, some weirdo who can't stop, quoting the Torah, despite the fact that he also doesn't wash his dishes or generally clean up after himself. So, where is this all going? Never stop looking for little signs and features of wisdom and virtue, even in people, maybe especially in people who are neglected or regarded as losers or underdogs or outcasts, okay? Being kind mainly matters insofar as you are kind to the ones who don't have friends. If you're kind to people who everybody loves, then, you're maybe just something of a suck-up or governed by consensus that you haven't properly scrutinized. It's being kind to the ones who nobody cares about that really matters. All right, thank you for watching and have a good day, and God bless you.